Today I'm going to talk to you about how to talk to students. In your first session, you'll primarily want to focus on talking with the students and getting to know them, finding out who they are, what their interests are, why they're in school, why they think education is important. These are just some of the items that you can use in an outline to talk with the students about why you're here. Ultimately, you're there to assist them in answering those questions. You're there to assist them in establishing for themselves clarity of purpose and goal. When you're talking with students, I would suggest that first you all come together as a group. Situate yourselves within a group, talk to each other, and introduce yourselves. Allow the students to tell you who they are and the things that they like. Have someone to record their likes or dislikes, either on a board or on a flip chart, preferably a chalkboard, or have them write that down, or you write it down. As you talk about your likes and dislikes, who you are, your personalities, things that are of interest to you, then use those things to facilitate a discussion between yourselves and the mentees in your group. Once you have used these to facilitate discussion within your group with the mentees, then you can share with them your interest, and you can allow them to get to know you somewhat. So this first session is primarily about getting to know each other. You don't want to put any type of expectation or harsh standard on them immediately. You just want to orientate them to who you are, your purpose for being there, and what you hope to achieve with them. If there are barriers to communication, some of the first barriers that may present themselves, of course, is jargon. The language. Sometimes as we transition through stages in our lives, we don't know how to communicate with other people anymore. Make sure that you're speaking the language that students understand. Keep it simple, not degrading, but simple enough where you can understand them and they can understand you. If you're not clear about a concept or an ideal that they're expressing to you, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask them, what do you mean by that? Or what does that mean to you? Listen. One of the most important barriers of communication is the lack of listening. Listen very closely to what the students say. Take notes even if you have to, so that you can come back later on and talk to them about what they said. Listening is an art. How do you know when you're listening? When you're not thinking of what you're going to say before the person finishes talking. Goal setting, trend making, and thinking outside of the box. Well, you have a lot of work cut out for you in mentoring. Remember, the career cluster materials are only there to assist you in assisting the students, helping them to determine who they are and what they want to be. You can feel free to show a couple of videos on that day if you like, if you have time as a group. But I suggest that you also begin to develop a breakout session. In the breakout session, individual mentors and mentees can come together and talk and decide if they're going to be a fit for each other. This is a good time to do that at the first session. How to encourage, motivate, guide, and direct. Basically, what you want to do is share examples of yourself. Share examples about your life. Things that you've done, things that you didn't think were possible, your first day at college, your transition into high school. Reflect on those things to motivate, guide, and direct the students towards the platform that we're striving for, which is to get them to think about pursuing higher education. I hope these comments will be helpful to you. I've attached some notes as well for your review. Please use them, and much success on your first day.